What's this stuff? Some cereal. It's supposed to be good for you. Did you try it? I'm not gonna try it. You try it. I'm not gonna try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't eat it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
Cheeseburger, 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 cheeseburger.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Sweepin the Dirt. Y'all gonna have to excuse me. I still haven't got myself together on this Mikey thing. He was one of my very first moderators on this channel, so kind of dedicating this channel tonight. I mean, we did Mikey on Monday as far as coins and general stuff, but he was also into learning about metal detecting, and so we're gonna do a little more Mikey tonight because I can't really focus on anything else. I'm not sure what that means, Marshall. The hello or goodbye. I'm not sure what that means. For those of you who have walked blindly into this and don't know, Archaeology Mikey passed away last week. He was on the Monday night show and had told me he was going to go do some homework and go to bed. So I don't know if he went on anybody's show after mine or not, but he went to bed last Monday night and never woke up. So his mom did not make the announcement until yesterday. They, for one thing, were waiting on a coroner's report, which said there was no foul play. It was just it's something in his health condition, and they'll be able to tell us more later. But in true Mikey form, his mom released the information yesterday. And it happened to be National Cheeseburger Day, which that was a Mikey appropriate thing if there ever was one. Now, that being said, under my scope tonight, I can't get the scope high enough to show the whole thing, but this was a gift to me from Mikey. It is a 2020 PCGS PR69D Cam James Bond 007 high relief first day of issue. I believe this is the other side. Sorry, it's slabbed, and So the slab is reflecting off my lights in my scope. But anyway, it's a 007 silver round. And like I said, this was a gift to me from Mikey. So I thought I'd bring that out here tonight. Put it under the scope. I am not going to do a big long deal tonight because I'm really exhausted. I was trying to do some stuff today. Didn't get very far with it, but if you look up at the top of the chat stream, you will see a link, and that is the link to Mikey's obituary, and it also is the link to tomorrow at 11 a.m. the funeral home is going to live stream Mikey's services. And they said try to be on, go to that link at about 10:45 to make sure that you have time to get on before the service starts. And the link will go on that page tomorrow. So if you are interested in watching his services, that's where you will go to that link, and the instructions will be there as to how to get into the live stream. Now, I had a long note from Mikey's mom last night. I had finally found her email address. I knew I had it because she buys things from my jewelry channel. And I'm going to read you only the beginning of it because I have not discussed with her how much of the other information in it I can share. But the first part is something that I know I have permission to share. So this is from Mikey's mom, Patty. And it says, Susie Q with like 15 exclamation points after it. I am so happy to hear from you. Mikey loved watching your live streams and talking to you. He would always tell me about what was happening and what he won, or all of the things he learned about metal detecting from you. He said that you were finally moving, and he always spoke so fondly of you. He definitely treasured your friendship. And yes, he sure did have a love for cats. We loved seeing M3 in your videos. He is so cute. Lily, who is Mikey's cat, Lily will be sad when she doesn't have Mikey's lap to snuggle on. He had planned to come home every weekend this semester to be with Lily and I. He didn't have any classes on Friday, so would be home for a long weekend each week and was looking forward to his Lily time. We do not know the cause of his death yet. It may take a month to get the results, but we have spoken to the detective who was on the scene, and he suspects nothing suspicious at all. He even commented that he never saw a college student with such a neat and clean room. So, yeah, Mikey had a little obsessive compulsive disorder. He had to have all his collections very neat, tidy, and organized. And it's just funny that a detective would make such a comment. But when we were having our discussion of Mikey, there was a couple things that got missed. We were all telling all of Mikey's stories last night, and um, so I put a little video up. M3 had to make a video because one of the things we missed was M3 and his infamous catnip bananas, and that was another Mikey thing. That was something that started with Mikey sending M3 temptation treats and catnip bananas for Christmas. So we missed that one, and I forgot who sent me the other one that we missed. Well, actually, there was two. One of them was Mikey in the duck races dropping the little pink poop emojis in the duck race pool, and I would always have to tell him, Mikey, no poo in the pool. Stop putting the poo in the pool. And then the last one, and this is going to be a class participation. One of the things, what was one of the foods Mikey really did not like? And he would post every time somebody said something about it, he would post, he didn't like that. And somebody's already posted that emoji in the stream, so this shouldn't be too hard. But Mikey always, if somebody would start talking about something with bacon on it, Mikey's like, I don't like bacon. I don't like bacon. There you go, Christopher. Bacon. Well, there was one night, and I don't know why. I mean, sometimes I don't get hardly anybody in my channel anymore, but Mikey he was a dedicated mod. He would show up, and if there was only one person in here, he'd still stay in and moderate. Well, this was back in 2020, and he was looking at colleges. His mom were going around, and they were checking out different schools. And he came in and was saying that he had found this small private college that he wanted to go to, and it was Beacon College in Leesburg, Florida, which it's like, I grew up right outside of Leesburg in Orlando. So anyway, he said he was going to go to Beacon College, and of course, me being the smarty pants, first thing I did was knock the E out of it, and I'm like, Bacon College? You're going to go study bacon? You're going to bacon college? And for about 3 weeks, I just wouldn't leave him alone about the bacon college. I said maybe they'd teach him to like bacon. But that was another one that got brought up that I had forgotten about, was Mikey and the bacon college. Uh, so anyway, I'm still really struggling with this, and I did try today to get the information, the link out on how to tune in tomorrow on the live stream of his services. So by the time I got done doing that today, I'm pretty burned out. But there's a couple of things that I do need to address, and they are the two giveaways, one of which Mikey was really hoping to win because the prize in it is one of the Vulcan 360 pinpointers, and I'm wondering if he figured out a way to take metal detecting his metal detector with him, because I tried to talk him into not buying the most expensive thing, and of course Mikey, he wanted the fancy one. So that was the thing he always teased me about, was I was going to teach him how to use an $850 detective with a $200 detector. And that's pretty much what was happening. I had actually a $300 detector, and he has an Equinox 800. Uh, but anyway, I have these two contests, and the first one, uh, I'm not gonna like actually start them tonight. I've talked about them, and I'm gonna try over the next few days to make the videos for them. But I just want to let everybody know I haven't forgotten about them. The first one is, we went through bags and bags of detecting finds that I did not get to make videos for because I lost the SIM card out of my phone. So what I did instead was I pulled all the junk and the trash out, because I don't want to carry all that trash to Michigan. And I have this huge bag. I started out, they were in a container, but I have put them in a plastic bag, so the people participating in the contest will be able to see all the way around. And the goal of this one is going to be, guess how much trash is in that bag. How much trash did I pick up on those hunts? And it's going to be the closest in weight without going over one guess per person. My usual rules must be 18 or over. Now, I am not going to attempt to ship a pinpointer to any country other than the United States. But if someone who lives outside the United States wins the contest, what I am going to do is send Amazon or eBay credit. whichever that person wants. And then you can purchase what you want, and I don't have to deal with customs and all of that mess. So that means you know, if you're over in England or you're up in Canada, you can still enter. You're just going to get a different prize. And so that's kind of how I've decided I'm going to handle that, because it got real crazy when I tried to mail things to John Chum. I tried to mail him a Garrett digger, and man, it was expensive to do that, and it just was really outrageous. So I thought this might be a more economical way to do it. The second contest, I have not decided what the prize is going to be yet, but it's also going to involve all those bags that we took things out of. And I took all of the uh, clad coins out and put them in a clear plastic container, and we're going to do the same basic thing. You're going to try to guess how much money is in the plastic container without going over. This money is not going to be rolled up or anything like that. It's just loose in a clear plastic container. And the reason that I'm not doing it tonight is because I did not get the opportunity to make the video footage showing the containers. But anyway, my contest rules are on the About page of my channel, and I will be making a video. I had planned on doing that for a while, and I just didn't get done with it. And in fact, I had discussed last Monday night with Mikey, having him help me with some of my video stuff, because that's what he was studying. And so right now it's just not on my it's just not in my focus to be able to do that right now, and I apologize to everybody, but it's just, I think it's bothering me maybe more than it is other people. And part of that is because we are 99.9% sure my show was the last YouTube show that Mikey was on. He may have gone to another channel after mine, but if he did, he didn't say anything because nobody else has found any commentary from him, and he had told us that his plan was, because my show ran long last week and he was late coming in, that he, once my show was over, he was going to go do some homework and go to bed. So uh, that makes it doubly hard for me. And I'm doing the best I can to work my way through without totally losing it. But like I said, up at the top of the stream is the link to his obituary and the info on how to go to his the live stream of his service tomorrow morning. It's at 11 o'clock Eastern, but they advised to try to get on before that because I think they're afraid if everybody tries to get on at the same time, uh, it might cause an issue. So, uh, anyway, that's. And for those of you who never saw what Mikey looked like, there's Mikey. And these are, I think, part of the other critters that they own. And then there's a special one coming up here in a minute. Oh, they put some more pictures in too. This is some of his collection of coins and Pokemons. And that's Lily. That's his. You'd hear him talk about Lily. That was his favorite kitty cat right there. And there's our Mikey. So I wanted to share that with everybody and explain to you why I am not doing a regular metal detecting show tonight. But I can tell you that I think he would have been a great metal detector given time to learn his machine a little better. He was just starting out, and I have a lot of emails and questions and stuff that did not happen in the live streams where he would just email me and ask me a question about his machine. And so anyway, after the funeral and all of that and things get settled down a little bit, I will ask his mom how much of what I have I can share with people. I don't want to overstep or say anything that's going to upset his family. So, the little excerpts that I have been reading have pertained primarily to my friendship with Mikey and not any personal family info. And like she said, it's going to take them a while because I don't know about other states, but in Florida, if you pass away somewhere other than the hospital or your home, in Mikey's case, he passed away in his sleep in his college room. So, because he passed away on the college campus, there had to be an investigation and there has to be an autopsy just to make sure that there was no foul play involved. But according to what his mom told me, the detective did not feel that this was any sort of foul play, and Mikey did have health issues. So that being said, we're just gonna have to wait and find out what the reason was. But for some reason, higher power decided they needed Mikey more than we did. And I'm not sure that's the case with me. There's so many things that that kid did for me and for my friends and my family and my channel. I cannot even begin. Yeah, I sat here today and I was working on different things, and all of a sudden I'd think of some other crazy Mikey thing. When I was really, really sick and I had to learn how to walk all over again, and I couldn't do my show, and I couldn't talk, and I just wanted to give up, and Mikey wouldn't let me give up. He didn't believe in it. And he would send me emails and tell me things that had happened to him, and then his mom told me some other things that I had no clue about. Mikey was very open, but he was very closed mouthed about his health issues. He'd sit here and listen to me whine and cry about mine, and some of his were worse than mine. Kid never complained. The other thing I want to let y'all know, that Mikey likes it, the life commercial thing. You're still going to see that at the beginning of my uh, shows. We're going to leave that there as a tribute and all the things he, food wise, that he didn't like. And there was a bunch of them. But truthfully, and I said this last night, truthfully, I think a lot of the stuff, it wasn't so much that he did not like it. I think he had a lot of dietary restrictions, and like he had said something about he had never drank coffee. Well, I'm thinking doctors may have told him don't drink coffee, and so he didn't. But uh, I had several people today send me emails who were not in the live stream last night when we were discussing all the Mikeyisms, and almost everyone without exception mentioned the children tenders affair. I think that may be one of his YouTube legacies, is when the night that the autocorrect changed chicken to children, and oh my goodness, I don't think he could ever got to live that one down. But I was quite touched by his mom's note, and about how they would come in and watch. They would watch my stream together, and they would watch the M3 videos. And I was really touched by that, because I have struggled so hard with this channel, and a lot of people bailed on me, and or even worse, turned on me and started bullying me. But Mikey was a constant. I think Mikey was in my very first live stream ever at the end of 2019, and has always been a part of my channel. Always. Like I said, when I first came back, I would have like maybe one or two people. And to Mikey, if there was one person in here, he was going to do his moderator job. And he would always, at the end, even if it was like the worst stream I ever did, he would always end my stream with telling everybody it was a great stream and thanks for coming. And I mean, he took his position as a moderator very seriously, but with fun. You didn't really see him yell at anybody. I think maybe he muted one person. But I tell you what, he was an expert on catching. We had a period of time where, for about 2 months, we would get the X-rated Russian girls. And before I could even click the button, Mikey already had them thrown out. He was good. He's a great moderator. Oh yeah, farting on people during the duck race. See, that's the stuff I'm gonna miss because it takes a real talent. I know I was a moderator in several channels for a while, and it takes a real talent to keep people engaged sometimes, or to keep them from scratching each other's eyes out. And he was real good at what he did. And like if I had a coin I didn't know something about, he usually knew something about it. And if he didn't, by the time that stream was over, he had an answer. He would, and then later on, he would send me those links so I could go learn. Because, yeah, basically, I'm just a beginner at coins. I'm just a beginner when it comes to detecting compared to most of the other channels that are online. And he was a beginner with the detecting, but he was not a beginner with the coins. That young man knew his coins. And if he didn't know the answer, he would go find somebody reliable to get an answer from. And then pass it on in my channel so I didn't look like such a doofus. So, anyway, I've had a pretty rough day today. And I don't want to oversleep tomorrow because I want to make sure that I get up and that I'm awake and not in a foul frame of mind for his services. And then after that, I got some other business to go take care of. I've got a lot of stuff going on. My sister and I have a huge yard sale going next week. And this weekend, on Saturday, assuming it does not rain, I have a friend that periodically, like about once a year, will give me her enterprise rent-a-car points. You can build up these plus points and use them for rental car days. And so for that reason, this weekend and if it doesn't rain, I'm gonna get to go see one of my two favorite bands. I'm gonna get to go see the Outlaws. They're playing about 50 miles away from here. And I think that will be a little bit of a soul soothing thing that I get to go see them. And then the next weekend I have that big yard sale. Uh, so I've got a lot of stuff on my plate. Tomorrow I got to make sure all the money and everything is where it needs to be to get the car picked up. All right, Christopher, thank you. Uh, and I got to do the video for those two contests, but uh, this is just kind of it kind of bothered me a little while ago, right before the show started, and I was looking to see who else was online and what they were doing, and it it sort of bothered me that all these people's channels were just going on like nothing had happened. And they're having their big contests and their 9 zillion giveaways. And I guess that does keep your mind off of it, but it almost seemed like, they didn't know or they didn't care. One person I do want to call out with a job well done video was Juice over at Can You Dig It Metal Detecting. He did a really heartfelt video. It started out about Mikey, who he knows, he knows who Mikey is, and Mikey's on his channel, but you know, it wasn't like that was one of his best pals or buddies. But he used it to remind people to stop being jerks to each other and to appreciate the people that come in to your channels and the people that contact you, because you do not know when they're just going to be gone. And that particular video really struck home with me, because when you are the person who is on the down and out, or has disappeared because you can't pay the bill, or you disappeared because you're too sick to do your show, and nobody says a word, it hurts. It's really hurtful. And I never realized how hurtful it was until it happened to me. And uh, I would not, I was at a point where I could watch or listen to the live streams, but I couldn't see them because of the tumor in my eye. And I just felt like nobody cared. And when I came back, I used to have 40, 50 people in my channel, and right now I have 9. So to the 9 of you that have loyally come back, thank you. But Juice did a real good video today talking about not taking the people that support you Don't don't take them like they're, you know, just not important. And so if you want to see a real good testimony and tribute to Mikey, there's one over on Juice's channel that's pretty good. And like I said, my 007 here, this was a gift from Mikey. If you read his obituary, it'll make more sense. But Mikey had a lot of interests. He liked World War II stuff, and he liked, of course, he liked his Pokemons, and he liked 007. He had a 007 James Bond collection, and he had his coins, and he had his metal detecting, and I mean, he was a young man of varied interests, and he did the best he could possibly put into each one of them. So, anyway, he gave me this, I think, for my birthday a couple of years ago. And I don't have a lot of slabbed coins. I just don't. That was something that Mikey sent me. Anyway, I know his family would appreciate any of you logging in tomorrow for his service. If you happen to live in Maryland, you can go. If my car was better, I would, because but my car is just not good enough. But I'm not that far from Maryland, and if I had a vehicle that would get me there, y'all know I'd be there. But, anyway, I just can't really. I'll just sit here and babble if I stay on here. So I just wanted everybody to know I have not forgotten about those contests, and I wanted everybody to have access to the link. So I decided to come on for that reason. But I'm going to go to bed now. So I thank all of you for coming, and think up some more of those good Mikey stories, because I know there's got to be a bunch we've missed. So, and you can also go watch M3's little video. He did a little video. I noticed he was acting real strange today, and I kept looking over, and normally he hangs out in the bedroom in his kitty condo or over in the chair by me, but almost all day today he hung out on his little rug where he's got all his catnip bananas, and you can see it in the video. He's guarding his nanners. So, all right, everybody. Thank you guys for being here and putting up with my whining and crying. Yep, cheeseburger, hold the bacon. There you go. All right, thanks everybody for coming and supporting me. And Mikey, we miss you, buddy. Night.